You read the title, you know exactly what's happening here. My name is Maddie Lim, and today we are ranking rom-coms slash coming of age slash YA mystery thrillers. I didn't put that in the title because that would make it too long, but I included them because they're all contemporary book adaptations. Now, I have a lot. I think I have over 80 movies and TV shows because I tried to get all of them.
Let's go through our tiers. As you can see, they're all named after a rom-com trope. Number 1, at the very bottom, we have Missed Connection, aka movies I have not seen, therefore I cannot rate, unfortunately. After that is Call Off the Wedding. This is a movie that somehow, against all odds, was made, and I wish I could forget that I ever watched it. Truly a crime against humanity, if you will. Then we have Miscommunication. This is a movie that, it's not awful, but there's just too many things that are off about it, too many things that don't quite connect, and you don't want to rewatch it. Next is Manic Pixie Dream Girl. This is a movie that it's not good, but it's entertaining, it's a comfort watch, and you will rewatch it again just as a background movie. It's not super offensive, it's just not quite living up to its full potential. Second from the top is Found Family. This is a good movie. This is a rewatchable movie. This is a comfort movie. This is something that you just really love to watch. And at the very top is, of course, Happily Ever After. This is a movie that just has so many good things going for it. Great cast, great chemistry, maybe a banger soundtrack. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. You would rewatch this every day if you could.
Of course, on the bottom, we are going to start with the ones I have not watched. There's a lot. Let's get them out of the way. I have not seen One Day the movie, nor One Day the TV show. I'm not really that interested in the movie. You guys could convince me otherwise, but the TV show looks really good, and I do want to watch it. 5 Feet Apart, never got to it. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. The Flat Share, I don't even know where I could watch this, but I heard it's getting a season 2, which I don't get because the book is one book, and it's a really good book, so I do want to watch this. Love in Taipei, this looks so sweet. I don't have Paramount. How would I watch it? IDK. All the Bright Places, I think this is too sad. One True Loves, seems boring as hell. Love and Gelato, I feel like I would watch this in the summer. I gotta save it. The QB and Me, I probably will have to watch it for this channel. Hello, Goodbye, and Everything, blah, blah, blah. I can't read the title, whatever. This one's shocking. I know it's shocking. It's shocking to me, too. I have never watched, actually, any Pride and Prejudice movie. Retellings, I probably have watched a few. I have watched the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which is so weird because it's like, why would I watch that but not Pride and Prejudice? That seems like something a real Pride and Prejudice fan would do. Haven't read the book either. But I do really want to watch it. I'm sure it's really good. I'm so sorry. It's shameful. My Life with the Walter Boys. Cheap knockoff of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Looks like trash. I have no desire to watch that TV show. The Sky is Everywhere. I love this book. I completely forgot it had an adaptation. It's on Apple TV, which I do not have. Aristotle and Dante. Heard it's good. Have no idea where to watch it. Ride Along, which is an adaptation of a Sarah Dessen book. Has she had other adaptations? She feels like very prolific, and she was of her time of like 2007, so if not, I would be shocked she doesn't have more, but that's the only one I could find. Those are done. Now let's get into the ranking. We're gonna, of course, start with our series. So, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Truly a masterpiece, truly life-changing. I watched the first movie and I switched my college major. I was an English major. I was miserable. I barely saw anyone except for my roommates. I watched this and I went, you know what? Asian people can be actors. I'm switching my major to theater and film. What have I done with that? Absolutely nothing. But that first one is an absolute banger. It literally brought back, I feel like, all of the rom-com YA vibes, and everyone was hungry for more, and it started a revolution. Were all of its babies good? No. But it started nonetheless. And then we have the second one, P.S. I Love You. Still good, not as good. They got rid of the original director, which was a woman. Why? Who knows? but the vibes were slightly different and not as good. Same with the last one. I still love the trilogy. We have all of the Bridgerton seasons. So the first one, I will say, obviously Daphne, why? Why did they include that? I don't know why. Awful, awful thing to do to your husband. But the vibes of season 1 are just really nice and nostalgic. So I'm gonna do Found Family. Controversial, but up until that point, I think it's just a really nice, good TV show. Season 2. We all know season 2 is the best season. Kate and Anthony. I could rewatch that season over and over and over, and I do. I want a spin-off with them. I honestly don't give a fuck about these other people. I just want Kate and Anthony. I love them so much. Straight to the top. God tier couple. Season 3, I think, is the worst season. And it's not because it's Penelope. I love Penelope. I love Colin. I think they're cute. But the costuming, awful. They just threw everything out of the window. And the makeup is it's just not the same vibe anymore. And I hope they go back to that for the next season. They really did my girl dirty, honestly. She looked amazing. But everyone else, not so much. Now we have our John Green section. He gets his own section, okay? He dominated 2013. Okay, let's start actually with The Fault in Our Stars. Let's start with that one because it started everything. I remember when I read that book, I sobbed so bad at the ending. My mom literally said I can't read books for like a week because I had to recover. She was worried about me mentally. But it has Ansel Elgort. I'm gonna put Found Family. I think it's still a really good movie, a really good adaptation. I think it's iconic. Paper Towns. Good soundtrack. Good vibes. Messaging is murky. Okay adaptation, okay movie, okay book. Looking for Alaska the TV show? I think they took it off of Hulu because this is a great TV show. So well produced, so many great actors. I loved this. Going straight to the top. And then we have Turtles All the Way Down, which I put here, but I have not watched it. So it goes in the bottom. But I wanted to put them all together because they're a little collection. Now we have the section that I like to call White People Almost Kissing, which is AKA Nicholas Sparks adaptions. Because for some reason, this man has a stranglehold on Hollywood. Let's start with objectively one of the best ones, Safe Haven. I don't know what it is about this movie that works so well. Maybe it's the kid aspect. Maybe it's Julianne Hough. I just really liked her in it. I was obsessed with her haircut. When this movie came out, I got my haircut to look like her. This is going in Found Family. Literally, she did find a new family. The Longest Ride. I think this one is one of the more interesting ones because it has two different timelines. We're going back and forth between like the 50s and today. I'm gonna put it at okay. I've only watched it once, but I wouldn't be mad to watch it again. The Luckiest Girl. I can't remember this one too well. I think he finds her photo when he's at war. Military propaganda. It's gonna go here. The Best of Me. Nothing has ever pissed me off like this one. Spoiler alert, killing him at the end? Are you kidding me? Trash. Dear John. Weird relationship dynamic where she marries that guy because he's dying, ? Or he needs help and they almost cheat but they don't cheat. Just weird vibes. More military propaganda. The Last Song. Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Trash, but I love it. Oh, let's do Walk to Remember after that. I think we're just gonna put it ahead of them. The Notebook. I'll be honest, I think I've only seen The Notebook once and I don't remember anything about it. I think it's probably a really good movie though, so I can't put it any lower than here, but for me personally, as someone who has not watched it recently, it's going there. The Choice. I saw this in theaters. I hated it. This male actor, I don't know what it is about him. I'm so sorry, but every time he spoke, I cringed. I hated how he said everything, so we're gonna go down here. All of the worst tiers, Nicholas Sparks. Now we got some bangers. The Princess Diaries. Have I read these books? No. Does it matter? No. Straight to the top. These are cinematic masterpieces. Julie Andrews. Mattress Stairway Sliding. I've never wanted to do something more in my entire life. And I like both love interests. Controversially, I like both. I think the movies have very different vibes because they're such different life stages and it works for me. I am excited for number 3 if we get number 3. I know they're working on it. Now we have 2 Nicola Yoon adaptations. I read both of these books. Everything. I don't like it. And I think the twist is awful. Movie is also just kind of there. I think the romance is cute. I think it's a relatively cute story. I don't want to watch it again. The Sun is also a star. I love this book. It is a 5-star book. The movie, I really don't remember it that much, but I think the movie is cute. So I'm going to put Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Ooh, now we have what I may have missed some, so I'm so sorry, but this is my Shakespeare retelling section, aka the good shit. She's the man. Would any of us have any sort of comedy bone in our body without Amanda Bynes and She's the Man? My favorite Scooter. 1-800-B. I could quote this movie all day. Anyone but you. I know people have had differing feelings about this movie. I think it is a polarizing movie. I think the chemistry between the two leads is not the best. I think it's good, not great. But the ensemble I really loved, and I loved how much of a Shakespeare retelling it is. Like, they truly embraced the Shakespeare retelling aspect of it. I really liked it. It's going to the top. I love it. 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger. Ripped to a real one. Who was doing it like 10 Things I Hate About You? No one. This is a masterpiece. This should be taught in film school. We're gonna put it right there. Let's rearrange. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. If you were on Tumblr in 2013, this was everyone's entire personality. The Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, and Perks of Being a Wallflower. But it's gonna go in Found Family. Do I think this movie is probably better than some of these? Yes, but it makes me so sad. I don't love to rewatch it, but it is a really excellent movie. 13 Reasons Why. We all remember where we were in school when this came out. We all remember the discussions, the warnings our schools gave. That's how serious this TV show was. The schools had to warn parents about it. Honestly, I maybe should have put more than one season because the seasons are so different. The last season, I didn't watch it, but I know it's awful. But season 1 is just so iconic. I have to put it in Manic Pixie Dream Girl. I think the first season is relatively good TV. Is it a good message about unaliving, mental illness, and SA? No. It is truly a cultural touchstone for like 2016, 2017, whenever it came out. If I stay, it's okay. I cried, I think, watching it. It's not that hard to get me to cry in a movie. A book, very difficult. A movie, very easy. And I think the trailer, honestly, is better than the movie. I remember watching that trailer over and over again, so excited for this movie, and it was not that good. And the book, not much better. Before I Fall, forgettable. The message is so confusing. What is the message? If you bully someone and they unalive themselves, then you should go back in time and sacrifice yourself to save them and give them a second chance. I don't know what the message was. I don't know what they were trying to do with this one. Every day. Again, forgettable. A better message, though. We're gonna put you here. Love, Simon. This is really controversial because I know everyone says that this is a straight gay movie. This is a movie about gay people for straight people, and I don't disagree. But I also remember what it was like when this came out. It was like the first of its kind, and I sobbed watching it. I did not realize that I was bisexual, but I sobbed watching it, and it really connected with me. I really love this movie. I think it's a good movie. The friends are criminally terrible. Terrible best friends. But I really liked Simon and his journey. And that speech by Jennifer Gardner gets me every time. Wonderful speech. The Duff. Underrated. The Duff is underrated. The Duff is camp in the best way. Straight up here. And the chemistry between the two leads is incredible. That actor, I forget his name. It's Robbie something. He is so good in romantic comedies. He needs to be in more. The Hate U Give. The Way, this is one of 5 adaptations that have people of color on my list. And of course, it's about pain and suffering. But it is an important movie, and I think it's a good movie. I can't put it any less than here, though, I feel like, because it's a good movie. It's just not one that you want to rewatch. After. You'll notice that I don't have the rest of the After franchise. It's because it's the same movie. It's the same movie over and over again. Fucking Trevor! It's going right here. These two should have never met. Jail. Panic. Not everyone knows about Panic, and that is criminal. The book, not good. Hate the book. The TV show, life-changing. I love this TV show so much. It's going straight to the top. Beautiful disaster. If it is possible for a book adaptation to be worse than After, it somehow succeeded. I didn't think it could be done, but hey, Pigeon, you did it. The Kissing Booth also does not have the rest of the sequels listed because it is the same movie over and over again. Miscommunication. My best friend and I are terribly codependent, and Jacob Elordian is trapped in this godforsaken contract. Jail. Oh, First Kill, you're not supposed to be in here. Oops. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. One of my favorite mystery books ever. Getting a second season, I'm excited about it. But I think it's an okay TV show. We're gonna put it here. I liked it. It was entertaining. I think the characters were pretty well done, but I wasn't in love with it. The Summer I Turned Pretty. She is that teen TV show. Very few are doing it like her. It captures that old feeling of like One Tree Hill, The OC, just done in a much smaller quantity. I love it. Jeremiah, I cannot wait for your comeuppance. I'm looking forward to it. To the top. Red, White, and Royal Blue. As someone who is a huge fan of Red, White, and Royal Blue, one of my favorite books, I do not love the movie. It's okay. I think the acting is good. I think the script is not the best, and I think it is really, really, really rushed. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Heartstoppers. I mean, it's just the cutest patooties. It's so wholesome, and I think it's really important, and I think it is the perfect teen TV show. My cutie patooties. Let It Snow. Love the book. I used to read it every Christmas because I loved it so much. For some reason, they changed a bunch of stuff from the book, which I don't get. It's a rewatchable movie, though. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Never read the book, but the movie is so good. If you guys have not watched it, I think it's one of the most underrated movies. The Spectacular Now. I read the book because of the movie. Both were not that good. Me Before You. A controversial one. I think the movie is good. Don't know about the book. But the message, again, awful. Because I guess when you're paralyzed, that means you don't want to live. I guess that's the message. I actually like the movie. I would rewatch it, but I have to put it down here. Love Rosie. It Girl. It Girl. I read the book because of the movie. Awful book. I hate it. They don't get together until they're like in their 50s, which at that point, just throw it away. Like, you guys are not the same people anymore. And I wish we got more time with them together, but God tier rom-com. That, oh, Purple Hearts. So sorry. I had to put it on here. I forgot it was a book adaptation. Worst one. Military propaganda. Racist. Liberal dating a Republican. The worst to do it, I fear. Maxton Hall, my friend, made me watch this. 6 episodes of so much cringe, but it's so fun. I can't wait for season 2. A delight, a true delight. Why are they speaking German but they're in England? Who knows? Dash and Lily. This book, forgettable as all hell. I was shocked that this got a TV show. I'm sad it didn't get a sequel like I apparently was supposed to. I'm gonna watch this every single stinking Christmas. It is the most wholesome, sweet little thing. I love it so much. The Hating Game. The movie, I thought, had potential to be like a really classic rom-com. Completely forgettable. And it's because, I blame this not on Lucy Hale, it's because the male lead. It used to be Robbie whatever his face, and he is great in rom-coms, and I think he and Lucy Hale would have had the best chemistry, but he had to drop out for some god-forsaken reason, and it ruined the movie. The No Kiss List. I actually don't remember this at all. I do remember watching it just because Victoria Justice and the guy who played Alec in Shadowhunter was in it. It's gonna go here. I completely forgot about it. 50 Shades of Grey. The one thing you can't accuse 50 Shades of Grey of being is boring. I take that back. Probably 30% of the movies is boring, but they're also entertaining as hell. The last one, Rita Ora gets kidnapped. That was the most fun experience I've ever had in the movie theater. It's gonna go up here. I had a ball of a time watching these movies. They are hilarious. Dumpling. I like cuteness aggression when I think about Dumpling. It is so freaking good and so underrated again. Have not read the book, but I love this movie. It's got drag queens. It's got body positivity. It has great acting performance and a big love for Dolly Parton. A+, A+, A+. Obviously iconic. I love Clueless, but I am not the biggest fan of Clueless. These are definitely higher up. The Idea of You. I think it's a movie that has some really hot kissing scenes, but it's just a movie. Emma. I know I'm missing a bunch of Jane Austen adaptations. I don't care. I only included 2. I love Emma. It is so visually beautiful and the costumes are incredible. I love this movie so much. Anya Taylor-Joy. Perfection. Give her all the awards. Daisy Jones and the Six. I couldn't resist this TV show, and the music is so good. I love the music so much. I have to put it up here. I like the TV show quite a bit. Geek Girl. This is what young adults are missing. This is made for the girls, and I think it is so cute. One of us is lying. Canceled after 2 seasons. Criminal. I love this TV show. If you have not watched it, please watch it. I love it. And the chemistry between all of the leads, amazing, immaculate. Moxie is a cute movie. I think it is very white feminism, very entry feminism, but I don't think that's a bad thing, especially for like the age that this is for. I think it's decent. Crazy Rich Asians. Straight to the top. Everyone knows this is the best movie to watch on an airplane. Argue with a wall. Don't know what the book is like. Will we ever get a sequel? Lord only knows. They really fumbled that. They could have made like 5 sequels by now and made this a franchise. Last one on the list is There's Someone Inside Your House. I really love this book. Was very excited for the movie. They changed a lot in a weird way. They made some cool choices, some weird choices. I think it's in the middle. I would rewatch it, but I don't think it's a good movie. Okay, so we have my tier list. I am very satisfied. There's so many I need to watch. Clearly, I am missing out on some of my romantic comedy adaptions, but I think this is solid. I think this is the truth. If you disagree, whatever. But thank you for watching my ranking.